Okay, the time has come to make this all flat and pretty and put a nice bevel in it and basically make it a bone chopping beast instead of just a blunt object. As you can see, this is not a nice knife maker's belt grinder. This is just the Home Depot cheapo special, but it's what I've got, and I tend to use what I've got to get the best results I can, and that's what I'm going to do this evening. So let's get things started, and thanks for coming along for the ride. Need a grittier belt for this step. Getting ahead of myself. Let that cool down a little bit, because if I can't touch it, I can't work it. Little by little. Even though the cleaver itself is fairly flat, the surfaces are not. This one bows out a little bit. This one's got some deeper hammer blows in it. Eventually, this will all be nice and shiny and flat like this part. I'm going to move on to a little quick work on the profile before I jump back to the edges. That is too hot to touch. Got a lot of work to do before this thing is flat enough to even consider starting on the bevel, or especially putting the handle scales on, because those need to be super flat. And just looking at it edge on, I can see where it's narrow and then it flares out for the blade. So we're going to have to fix that. And I'm going to have to make sure that handle really is as flat as I think it is. If not, it may go back in the forge and start this whole process over again. But we'll see. This is how we do it. So after a lot of grinding, things are coming along pretty nicely. These hammer marks, the bevel's going to take them out, so I'm not too worried about them. But on this side of the cleaver, and I don't think you can really see it on the camera, but there are vertical scratches that I need to get rid of because they will stand out if I don't kill them now. So it is time for some hand sanding, which is not the most exciting thing that I could be doing. I got some 60 grit sandpaper on a piece of lumber here that I'm fairly certain is flat. And I get to just do this for a while. So I've been grinding this on a 40 grit belt, and this is 60 grit sandpaper, and I can still see them. So basically I'm moving up in the finish as I go, and I'm going to have to do the other side just to make it match. And you know, for some bladesmiths, this is their favorite part of the process. If one of them was here, I'd probably pay him to do this. So I've actually been going at this for a while before I decided to go ahead and immortalize this fun on video. And my arms are tired. I've got a good bit of hand sanding ahead of me, because I've got the really coarse belts, and then I kind of, through bad planning, jumped up from 60 grit belts to 120 grit belts. And of course my 60 grit belts, say that fast 3 times, I broke them, used them, they didn't like it, and they were the first belts that I snapped. So I've got this, I got some 80 grit sandpaper that's going to be my next stop, and then I get to get back on the power tools with 120 grit sanding belts. And at that point I'm hoping things go a little faster. And then I'll really be grinding that bevel in, because getting all of the hammer marks out, believe it or not, I have ground away the bevel that I had, because some of those hammer marks were kind of thick, because some of those hammer marks were kind of deep, and you can see how thick this still is. In fact, just for my curiosity, they're still about 3/16 of an inch thick. Lost a 1/16 of an inch in thickness. This is still a very substantial blade. Don't do that. Tighten that up a little more. Okay. Now you may have noticed over the course of this video that my shirt changed a couple of times. That's because I've been grinding on this steel for the past 5 weekends, at least. This is some tough steel, and I was not expecting that. So this is a learning experience. I am finally within sight of being able to get it beveled, get my touch mark on it, and get it heat treated. And I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to that, because that means I will be in the home stretch. You know, I've got to drill some holes for the handle pins, figure out where they're going to be, heat treat, temper, and then it's just a matter of finishing it and getting it off to Ralph, who is eagerly awaiting his Bonechopper. And I am eagerly awaiting being able to call it done and having another learning experience under my belt. That is so close. Okay. Need to make this side match somewhat before I get too far. Getting there. Definitely getting there. So that's this peek into the glamorous life of a bladesmith. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me through this. Sorry for the delay in getting new videos edited and posted. Things have been crazy at my day job, which keeps me from doing as much of my hobby as I would like. But, you know, you take life as it comes. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get this video out in the next few days. Of course, you don't know when this is, so yeah, I'll do it today. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for being interested. And highly encourage, if you're at all interested in blacksmithing, bladesmithing, anything of the sort, as long as you got a little bit of a workspace. And I literally have probably, I think this is 10 by 12 feet. It's not big. Just the front half of a storage building that has become my workshop. It doesn't take much to get started. If you're not forging, if you're going to do stock removal, which is actually what I did on this particular knife. The other one that's made, I forged, but this one was stock removal. And there are people who do that on their back porch or on an apartment balcony. And all it takes is the determination to tell yourself, you know what, I think that looks like something I'll enjoy and I'm going to do it. And if you do, more power to you. Put some videos on YouTube and you'll get people interested and it'll be satisfying. So take care. Thanks for watching.